I've got a little one here. This poor fella, you know, he wasn't the full quid, you see, and he went to day school. He wasn't too good in the night, and he's lobbed at this factory, and he wanted a job. And the bloke said, "Well, look, I'll give you a job, but you've got to answer 3 questions." He said, "They are. I'll write them down for you." He said, "The first one is, how many days in the week that start with T?" I said, "Right." He said, "Now, the second one is, how many..." I'll have to have a look at this one. It's a beautiful story. How many seconds are there in the year? And the third one is, how many D's are there in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? He said, "Now you can take him away and study him." So he took him away, saw his mates in the pub. He said, "You better have a look and give us a bit of a cut up with these." So they're going through them. Got them all down. Dackie's gone. He said, "Right." He said, "All right, the first question, how many days in the week start with T?" He said, "Today and tomorrow." He said, "All right." He said, "How many seconds are there in the year?" He said, 12. He said, "What do you mean?" He said, "The 2nd of January, 2nd of February, 2nd. He said, "All right. How many D's are there in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?" He said, 586. He said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Easy. Da 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 da.
Oh, there's a stony-faced old Sheila sitting down there. She's got a head on her like a half-sucked mango, ladies and gentlemen. Last time I saw a head like that, it had a hook in it. I kid you not. Nothing personal, madam, I assure you. You can't win them all, though, can you, eh? Oh. Hello, a couple of latecomers creeping in here. Very, very nice to see you. Lovely couple, just shove past, fart in their faces. Why not, eh? Serve the bastards right for being on time, eh? Oh, you haven't missed anything, son. We've just been filling in till you arrived. What do you do when a bird shits on your windscreen? You never take her out again.
Poor old Hawke boy, you know. There's an advertisement for what happens to charisma. You know? And he's no longer the Hawke. He looks like a poor little grey budgie, doesn't he? Moulting at that. And it's not his fault, poor little bugger, is it? Really? It's just that when you get into that upper echelon of the political spectrum in Australia, you start learning what deep shit we're all in.
Hello, Melbourne. I recently made a move on a gentleman after a bit of a big night. You know what? To be completely honest with you, he was passed out in my bed. I mean, that's like a self-sourcing pudding, isn't it? Actually, I'll tell you, first time I got lucky after my long-term relationship broke up, true story, I had a couple of friends staying with me. And this particular evening, when I didn't come home, after having gone to a party, they called the hospitals. That's right. My friend thought it was more likely that I'd been involved in an horrific accident than that a man might actually want to have sex with me. You know how you know you're old? You go to bed one night and you're a tasteful, intelligent person with a sense of humour. You wake up the next day and you want to get a DVD of Andre Rieu. I really do feel that becoming an Andre Rieu fan is like saying, OK, I'm preparing for death. But I'll tell you what I do enjoy seeing. I enjoy seeing an older person who's relaxed in their own skin. Because recently I saw an elderly woman, and God knows, not a small woman. Indeed, her legs could have been part of an ancient temple. And she was sitting in a park and she had a couple of old guys on either side of her and they were all having ciggies and look, they'd clearly all seen better days, but they were just killing themselves about something. And, you know, it was like this beautiful sunny day, and I was in a car that happened to be driving past, and I thought, oh, it's so great when you see a group of people just having a real belly laugh. She's not wearing any underpants. Good morning, I thought. That has certainly woken me up. But, you know, then I thought about it and I thought, oh, men have been showing me their genitals for years. You know, in laundromats, walking past alleyways, strangers. These weren't dates or anything. So in many ways it made a pleasant change. You know, it's not like she was going, cop a load of this. Roll up, roll up. And who's to say that I won't wake up at 70, go, it's a sunny day, my box could use some vitamin D. Thank you very much.
Not too many people know this, but I am multilingual. Every time I perform these days, I do my entire act in a different language. Tonight I've chosen English. Although some of my pauses are in Spanish. Right now I'm doing an advanced ventriloquism act. No dummy, just me talking to my hand. I call it puppetry of the palmus. Actually, I auditioned for puppetry of the penis, but I failed the audition because I refused to take my jocks off. I just kept telling them it'll be right on the night. I used to be a drummer for a band called Cancelled. Innovative name, but nobody ever turned up to our gigs. Last week had a fantastic run at the pokies. In just half an hour I turned $5 into $5.40. It's an 8% return of my money in just half an hour. You won't get that at a bank. And last year, for 2 weeks in a row non-stop, I woke up in the middle of the night in a puddle of water and I got sick of it. So the next day I went straight out and bought that top for my hot water bottle. I do believe that I have the amazing ability to communicate with dead sardines in a tin can, and the message I get back from these sardines over and over and over again is they simply need more room. I've just brought out a new range of non-essential oils. I've got a mate who's got a very monotonous job. He reads the palms of people with artificial hands. Just like to say that I do all of my own choreography. Well, my time's up. Thank you very much. Bye.